Yo, what up, and welcome back to the Culturally Inappropriate Podcast. I am your host, DJ Fodera, and this is the intro to my podcast. I feel like I should follow me on SoundCloud, Twitter, iTunes, Stitcher, Fap Radar, or Rap Radar, hopefully. YouTube, Culturally Inappropriate Podcast, DJ Fodera, Twitter handle. That's my shit. Go fuck with me on there. I'm trying to get my buzz up on there, motherfuckers, but y'all not trying to help me. So this episode is late, very late, 2 weeks late almost. But yeah, I wasn't gonna do this episode this week, but I felt like if I didn't, I didn't want to feel like I was abiding to the social thing, oh, why don't you speak on this because you're a speaker or something, so you should be talking about this. People all this week, it's just a lot of shit happened, and you guys weren't gonna get this episode this week because I didn't feel like doing it, and that sounds really shitty to say, I'm not gonna put this out just because I didn't want to do it. That sounds really fucked up when I say it out loud. Plus, I was sick last week, and you can probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still kind of sick, trying to get rid of mucus. I don't know what the fuck gets rid of that. If anyone knows some type of home remedy or something that gets rid of mucus, my grandma said, jump on your leg while rubbing your forehead and drinking garlic tea. Please hit me, just send me some information about that. I need that ASAP. Also, oh my god, fuck, I'm itching like crazy. Oh yeah, it's also been hot as shit, and I didn't feel like coming in this hot ass closet to record because, as you all know, I record in a fucking closet, and it kind of gets hot, and it's been so fucking hot these past couple weeks. It's been unreasonably hot. I just want to punch Al Gore in the face for creating global warming. This shit is ridiculous. Why the fuck is it so hot? This people, they're saying this is the hottest summer on record, and I'm yeah, well, it's gonna be hotter because the earth is moving closer to the sun. That's why we're spiraling around it. It's when water goes down a drain, it's like that. It's spinning and spinning until it gets closer and closer until we all burn up or explode. Either way, it's gonna be lit. Literally. But well, I'll probably be dead before then, and maybe even sooner due to the cops. Hey, segue, bitch. So, unless you've been living under a rock or you're white, you've noticed the whole police killing people shit, and it's really been getting out of hand. They've been murdering a new black person each day. Kind of. Even oh, this dude is dead, and then you wake up, somebody else is dead, and next somebody else is dead. And it's god damn, my nigga, what the fuck is y'all doing? You got dickheads jumping out the window oh, well, maybe he shouldn't have reached for his gun, or maybe he shouldn't be reacting. Well, when he gets punched in the face and tossed on the ground, maybe he shouldn't flinch and say, ooch, ouch, that hurts. Please stop beating the shit out of me, Maybe you shouldn't bleed when you're hit by a police baton, okay? Yeah, shit's been just fucked up, and people are mad. People are already kind of powered up and inspired by the BET Awards. They were a couple weeks ago, and Jesse Williams said some shit that got the black community, specifically black women, mad and inspired. They were yeah, we need to be powered up. We need to start putting ourselves forward and all this shit. And so we was getting all pro black. They was shitting on all the white girls. They were, what the fuck? They were excuse me, I'm probably drunk. They were they were shitting on white people as hard as they can, and trying to empower their blackness because of Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he had a bowl full of white bitches, and then it was a whole thing on Twitter or some shit. And then Justin Timberlake, they tried to get him out of the community for whatever reason. I don't even know what he did. He tweeted some shit yo, shout out to you, Jesse. And then somebody was yo, bitch, when you gonna apologize to Janet Jackson for pulling out her titty during the fucking Super Bowl? But the thing is, he could have apologized to her backstage and was yo, Janet, my fault, I didn't mean to do that. But on a bright side, now everybody knows that you have a nice pair of titties. So I guess this is a good thing, right? I don't know. I wasn't I don't know if I don't know when he did that, but I probably did not pay attention, nor did I care what happened afterwards. And I guess people are still mad about that. But shout out to you guys for doing that. And like the police was like, you know what, we've had it. You guys are feeling a little bit too empowered, so they decided, bow, to make sure we all remembered where we stand in America. They decided to kill some people. You know, it's just been a crazy week. People are just dying back to back on camera, mind you. Like, people are getting murdered for no reason on camera in front of children, in front of kids. People are dying, and like it's just like nothing's happening of it, and it's really pissing people off. And it's really a hard time for me on Twitter. I know this sounds kind of selfish, because I try to tweet funny shit. I like to troll people a little bit, like say outlandish shit. Follow me, the usual Fodera. And this whole serious situation, it's like changed the temperature of the TL. It's gone from like jokes and shit to being, yo, fucking, it's 2016 and we still are being treated as if we're living in the 1920s. And I'm like, hey, how the fuck do I turn these people were killed and shit into like a joke? And I can't. I'm not gonna do that. That's very insensitive. And I'm not, you know, a newspaper trying to sell print. I'm not about to make a joke about somebody that just died. Because one, I'm not trying to get attacked by Black Twitter. I'm trying to rise up in the ranks of Black Twitter, and, you know, making jokes about this, saying like, well, maybe if he didn't flinch when he got shot, that's not a joke that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Shout out to all the white people that are trying to validate what the cops are doing by saying, yo, maybe you shouldn't have been black and been in this neighborhood and breathing, you know? Maybe you should bleach your skin. Shout out to Azalea Banks. Yo, she's smart. She's very smart. She's seen this coming. I would like to say, I know I'm going off, but I think Azalea Banks is bleaching her skin because she no longer has Twitter. So, and she says like a lot of inflammatory shit. So it's gonna be some time she's gonna get caught up and someone is going to do something to her, maybe a cop, and she wants to bleach her skin now so she's lighter and probably will be less likely to get murdered indiscriminately. And because she's not on Twitter anymore because she got kicked off for something with Sky Jackson or somebody, I don't know. I guess she was saying faggot too much, and like Twitter was like, hey, we can't have you saying that, and they kicked her off. So whatever, and then she tried to bitch and come back and shit, but it won't be the same. So she bleached her skin and shit because she knows something's gonna happen, and she won't be able to call Twitter to help and be like, yo, check out what happened, because she ain't got it no more. So she like, yo, I'm gonna bleach my skin and I'm gonna be protected out here. Fuck the rest of you niggas, you know? And she's trying to validate it, saying like, yo, it's like getting weave and shit like that. Now, I see your point, but at the same time, you get money and you don't have to explain shit to anybody. Just be like, yo, I'm doing this because I want to do it. Point blank period, just because I want to. And people are going to be like, why do you want to bleach your skin? Or you're not proud of your blackness? I'm like, yo, I just want to do this. I don't give a fuck about all that. No, let me not say, yo, oh, I can't say that. I was about to say I don't give a fuck about all this blackness. Just say say you're like trans fucking skin color. Yeah, you were a dark skinned woman and now you want to experience life as a light skinned woman, so that it could be like a social experiment, like a prank. Like, just be like, yo, it's a social experiment, bro. Be like, yeah, I've lived life as a dark skinned woman and now I want to live life as a light skinned woman so that I can prove to people that there is a type of different lifestyle between darker skinned and lighter skinned people. Yo, that's dope. Like, anybody that wants to like bleach their skin, you just say that and you can get away with it. That'd be like really cool. So shout out to you. Shout out to your husky ass nipples. That has nothing to do with anything, but I just thought I should say that. Shout out to you. You have beautiful nipples. Speaking of beautiful nipples and white skin, shout out to Iggy. You had a shitty year last year, and it just gets shittier. You know, your dude cheated on you and cheated on you on camera. That sucks. You know. Shout out to you, Nick Young, for blatantly disrespecting Iggy. You know, you. It's not like you were going to her house and getting caught on her cameras. You're bringing whores, because that's what they are, whores, because you were getting married. You're bringing whores to I feel like I shouldn't be saying that because it's gonna be taken as problematic and slut shaming, but I don't give a fuck. You're bringing whores to your home and blatantly putting. First of all, you are being a wild dickhead and like just bringing them through on a like you can bring them to your house, just don't get caught on your cameras. Like they're your cameras, my nigga. I'm sure you know where those cameras are pointing at because you're like, yo, I don't want nobody to break into my house. I need these cameras here, here, and here. And you just go where the cameras are. Like you know where the blind spots are. Or better yet, before you get to the house, you know, I'm sure you could, you know, turn the fucking cameras off while you come in. Or better yet, you know, what's even better, erase the footage of you coming in the house with the whores. But because you don't care, you know, you did what you did. And now you are, I don't know, you're bitchless. Well, not necessarily bitchless. You got your baby moms, and you also got the hoes that you was bringing to your crib. So, did you really lose in this? No. You got out of you got out, actually, you know what, this is great, because, like, now black women are like, oh, he's treating her like a black woman, so she could, because she wants to experience the whole thing, so that actually would get you more pussy, so I guess, all in all, the only person that loses is Iggy, and she might as well just go back to Australia, or you could come over here, you know, I'm not doing anything, be the Mariah Carey to my Nick Cannon, you know, experience, what is the word? I cannot think of it right. It's like, expose. Oh yeah, expose me to like the rich life. You know, I want to be rich. I don't care for the celebrity life, but you know what? If I have to be a celebrity to date you, fuck it, I will. But you know, just bring me into that life. I want to be in that life. That lifestyle seems fun. And you know what? You look like you could use a hug, and I'm a very good friend. You know, at least I think I am. I try to be. No, I don't. I'm a shitty friend. I'm a very shitty friend. I will try to help you with your problems, but then once shit gets a little bit too real, I'm going to back out and cop the biggest please on the face of the earth. So shout out to me. Shout out to Kanye. That was terrible. He made a video, and I don't know. That was last week. I shouldn't really be talking about that, but I just wanted to say shout out to Kanye anyway, because he's great. And I just heard the St. Pablo song for the first time today. That shit is amazing, my nigga. That shit is just amazing. Like, Kanye makes such motivational work. Like, it's just, when you see, like, the wild, coked out shit that he does, but then, like, you see the motivational stuff that he does, like, the music and shit is so amazing, and, like, it makes you feel like you can do anything, like, you can be, remember, like, the Iron Giant movie, that old cartoon joint, and he wanted to be Superman? It made you really feel like you can be Superman. Like, you're stopping a nuke from destroying a town, you know? That shit is just amazing. So shout out to you. That had nothing to do with anything. But speaking of rappers and bad transitions, Joe Budden is currently trying to beef with Drake and maybe Meek Mill. I don't know. It all stems from Joe talking about Drake on his podcast. I'll name this podcast later, which is a beautiful fucking podcast name. And I'm mad I didn't think of it first. Because I swear to God, I wish I would have thought of that before him. Because for the longest, I could not think of a name for this podcast. Like, I named it fucking Lasagna because I like lasagna. The podcast, like, for a while, and that's what it was, like, right before this. So, and then I came out with the fucking podcast, like, around the same time he did. So I definitely could have stolen it from him. But, you know, shout out to you. So he was talking about Drake's new album, Views. He was saying Drake isn't inspired and all this shit. And then Drake dropped 4 p.m. in Calabasas, where he's dissing Diddy, but Joe thinks he's also dissing him. Now, if that isn't the most big-headed, egotistical thing to think, like, you are, like, maybe you haven't spoken to Drake in 5 years, yes. Maybe you haven't had a hit in 20 years, yes. Maybe you have not been that relevant on your own in a couple years, yes. But you know what? Drake takes the time out to mention a nigga on a pod. First of all, Charlamagne the God is a lot more relevant to the community than you, okay? And he talks about Drake all the time. Now, he had mentioned him before he mentioned you. I'm not saying he wasn't subbing you, Joe, but you think, like, just because you were friends a couple years ago and you're Eskimo buddies because you guys like to fuck the same girls. Shout out to Terry. No, is that disrespectful? I don't know. Terry, hit me up. Let me know if that's disrespectful. And if it is, I will treat you to a romantic dinner, but you'll pay. Or not. We could go to the store and buy like I could treat you to the broke nigga special. I'd make you some macaroni and cheese and fish sticks. And afterwards I will talk to you about your life. I don't know. Whatever the fuck Joe and Drake did. You know, they're emotional niggas. I'm an emotional nigga. I'm light skinned. They're light skinned. They have beards. I am trying to grow a beard. My shit won't really connect. How do I connect? What does that have to do with shit? Anyway, so Joe Budden thinks Drake is dissing him because Drake, after coming out of after subbing like a lot of rappers and people, after coming out of what is probably the biggest rap beef in a while with Meek Mill, he wants to diss you because your opinion is so important. I mean, I could see Meek dissing you, like you jumping out because he's an Instagram and Twitter nigga, you're a Twitter nigga, you know, well, Meek used to be a Twitter nigga until that Twitter finger lines, like, shout out to Drake for making that stinging, like, he really said some stinging shit, like, he didn't even say anything disrespectful, like, you a bitch, you a pussy, like, that shit you can get over, it's like, yo, my nigga, you a bitch, you a pussy, and your bitch is ugly, like, you like, alright, that's like basic shit, like, he was saying, like, trigger fingers turn to Twitter, like that shit sticks with you, my nigga. Like you go to check Twitter and you're like, yo, I want to tweet, I want to get this fire tweet off, and you like trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. You like, and then you think in your head like, damn, real niggas don't tweet. And then it's like, is that like he was saying some hurtful shit, and I know he clinging to Nicki for life. Like God help us all if they ever break up. That'll be painful. Like that will just be the finishing, and that's the fucked up thing. Like Drake will still win, like no matter what. Like after everything, Drake fucking won. All right, but I'm just all over the place right now. Forgive me. This is gonna be a shitty episode. A lot of these things, this should just be called the shitty podcast, you know. But it wouldn't be because iTunes wouldn't allow me to put that there because shitty is a curse word. And I'm gonna work to get like curse words like not be so vulgar because it's really just a way to express emotion. You know, it's just how we express emotion and shit. And I don't get why we have to, like, why put so much emphasis on a fucking curse word? Like, you can say any other word to replace it, like, with the exact same meaning, but because it isn't specifically that word, you have a problem with it? What the fuck? But, shit, my knees. Anyway, back to, I really am going off on wild tangents here. Back to Joe Budden. Yeah, shout out to him. He's just reaching right now. Like, he has a new album coming out, and while this is very strategic, Joe is a manipulative person. I listen to his podcast personally because I like it. I like his rhetoric. You know, his co-hosts are kind of funny. Only when they're talking to him. I don't like Joe Budden. If you ever hear this podcast, which you may not, I don't know. I don't know why you would be listening to this shit. If you ever listen to this, stop doing like episodes where it's only your co-host on it. Because this shit gets mad boring. I'd rather you not come out with an episode than let them run one because it's so shitty, you know? And for one of the people to work in radio and like be shitty at doing a podcast, that makes me question a lot of things. Says the guy trying to get into radio making a shitty podcast. But I say all that to say this. Joe, stop reaching. Drake is not dissing you in 2016 because why? Why would he be? He'd be subbing Kendrick or The Weeknd before he's subbing you, my nigga. It's so many people he has to sub before it's like, yo, do I want to make this rap line about Drake? You know? And Joe dropped 2 diss tracks. Now, I will say his lyrical ability is very fire on this. Joe Budden is a phenomenal rapper. I can't take that from him. He's rapping his ass off. But that's the generic thing to say. He got nice bars on that shit. That shit is hot. But like it's not like it ain't an ass song. It got like a nice beat to it and shit. But you can tell he's really saying some real shit. He's saying some shit that Meek should have said. Like, yo, Drake, why you wave hopping? You dick riding Gucci. He ain't even get out the pen yet. And can I talk about that real quick? Drake, why the fuck are you making a mixtape with Gucci, man? I mean, I know it's guwap and shit. You might be a fan and all, but why the fuck? you shouldn't even let rumors like that come out. Like, when niggas already think you a wave rider, wave hopper, and wave stealer and shit, but you looking mad dick eaterish right now, okay? I mean, now in the future mixtape, I could understand that, you know, I fucked with it, and it wasn't like out of the air, you know? You guys collab on shit, you've been on tour, and you have this established relationship. Gucci Mane, I don't know if you guys had an established relationship. It's just like hood niggas like Gucci Mane. So it's like it'd be a smart move for you to be like, yo, Gucci just got out. Let me do a mixtape with him. You know, but where's the mixtape with Kanye at? Let's get that first, you know? What about a mixtape with Party Next Door? What about Party Next Door's album? What about an OVO album? Like with you, Party, Division, I'm sure y'all got another nigga there. I don't know. I'm sure y'all have someone else that you could do. You could have a fucking pop can on it. You should do a collabo with them guys, with Lil Wayne, not Gucci Mane. That really shows that you're like reaching for relevancy, but at the same time, like the whole wave riding thing is just like I understand. Like it's probably just like you like the song and you like the music, and you want to hop on it. But being as though you're fucking Drake, you can't just like hop on this song. But if you do, you like, yo, I like this fucking song and I wanted to make my own version of it, but it's like, yo, I can't do that because now I'm one of probably the biggest artists of this generation, and if I jump on this, people are like, oh, he's stealing his wave. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to steal his wave. I'm like, yo, I fuck with this, and I want to make my own version. Like, a whole bunch of people on SoundCloud do that shit. You don't call it stealing waves when it's like a nigga that's lower than you, but if it's a nigga that's bigger than you, it's like, yo, why you stealing my wave? Like, no, it's not stealing the wave, because you know what? You can't own the wave, because the only person that owns waves is Max B, and he's currently incarcerated, okay? Free Max B. Why is Max B still in jail? What did he do, okay? Maybe he murdered somebody, you know? But that was an accident. You know, things happen. Cops murder people all the time. Cops are murdering people right now, and they're not going to jail. Niggas rape people. Like a fucking cornball. What is his name? I don't even know the bitch name, but the bum nigga, the college dude, he raped a bitch, and he only getting probation. Like, jail is gonna fuck him up. Like, fuck him. He raped somebody. He fucked up her life. Like, she's never gonna feel comfortable in her skin for the rest of her life, thanks to this asshole. And you're like, oh, it was a mistake. No, my nigga, like, tripping and falling and dropping beer on somebody is a mistake. Like, putting your penis in somebody while they're unconscious, that's not a mistake. That's a forceful action. Like, you have to go through, like, to fully go through with that with somebody that's passed out. That's some sick shit, man. Like, what the fuck? I don't know how I got on that, but that was very passionate. I don't even think I really fully spoke about the police thing. Let me go back to that. No, I don't have anything to say about that. I thought I did. I thought I had more to say about that. Yo, stop killing us. For real. That's all it is. Stop killing us and treat minorities like they are equal. That's all we want. And people are saying, yo, the Black Lives Matter thing, it makes y'all feel like y'all lives don't matter. We're not saying, and it is getting kind of annoying, me seeing all the analogies for all lives matter, Black Lives Matter. It's like, yo, this house is on fire, all houses matter. Yeah, all houses do matter, but this house is on fire and the people inside are dying, blah, blah, blah. I see all that, but let's move past that, because I feel like a lot of people are focusing too much on the whole Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Like, the name doesn't matter, okay? Obviously it doesn't, because it won't stick. Shout out to Wendy Williams for not knowing what the NAACP was. That's kind of, I don't care. I really don't care. If a celebrity doesn't know something about, like, important shit, I really don't give a fuck, because they live way different lives than regular people. Like, they're rich. Okay, they hear what they want to hear, okay? R. Kelly is out here cooking. No one has called him a pedophile to his face in probably 20 years. So, celebrities live lives differently than other people. And like that Dave Chappelle's clip that I seen on Twitter the other day, I'm not jumping and saying, oh, I wonder how Wendy Williams feels about all this police brutality and shit. Like, it's cool if y'all talk about it. Like, it's great for exposure, but personally, I don't give a fuck if y'all care, if y'all, like, talk about that shit or not. I really don't give a fuck. Maybe I care, like, what Charlamagne thinks, because, like, I look up to him, and he's, like, a radio personality. His shit gets across, but, like, unless you're, like, an idol of mine, I personally don't give two shits. Like, Katy Perry could tweet out all lives matter. I'm like, all right, well, I would understand that. Like, she's white, she's rich, she's popping. You know, Taylor Swift could tweet out all lives matter. But she won't. She'll probably tweet out Black Lives Matter because she's trying to be cool. That's why she's dating Loki, because he's like the coolest cat. He's like the coolest nerdy white kid out. Yeah, he is. And, that would be perfect for her, leaving Swagless Harris, or Calvin, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, yeah, we're focusing too much on a thing. Like, if somebody say, yo, Black Lives Matter, no, all lives matter. All right, cool, all lives matter. So let's talk about this police brutality that's happened. Police brutality don't exist. Oh, word, that's true. But let me show you these videos where police brutality is happening. Let me show you these examples of black people and people, minorities. Let's say minorities, because it ain't just black people. It's all. Does Black Lives Matter include, like, I know it's not Mexicans or Hispanic, it's Latinx. When the fuck did it become Latinx? Like, wasn't it just Hispanic for, like, all people of that? Like, how did it change from, and Hispanic isn't, like, people from Mexico. It's all, like, I don't want to, this is going to sound mad racist, like, fucking Goya Rice people. All the Goya Rice people. That sounded, that wasn't that racist. I hope not. All the spicy rice people, that's what Hispanics meant. And I thought that was like the cool thing to say. But now it has to be Latinx because you don't know if they're male or female. And we're trying to be gender neutral and gender fluid. And you know what? I'm trying to accept the change. I'm trying to go with it. But y'all keep changing shit so fucking fast. And, like, I go on Twitter one day, it's like, oh, it's cool to say this is a new term. And, like, no, my nigga, that's, like, not the new term. That's problematic. And now you're a racist, bigoted, sexist. And you're a cishet male who doesn't understand that people don't fit your binary rules and we don't have to listen to you. But at the same time, I don't, it's just shit just so complicated. But I'm getting off topic. All right, so if somebody says, like, all lives matter, all right, word. Well, right now, black lives aren't being respected. So why don't we act like all lives matter, and why don't you treat us as equals? And, like, yeah, I treat you as equal. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would speak out against, like, the shit happening. Like, what's happening? Well, let me inform you, my friend. Hey, just stuff like that. Like, I know all you people like, yo, stop saying all lives matter, but y'all are defeating the purpose. Y'all are getting away from the point. It's not the name. It doesn't matter what the name is. Black lives matter, all lives matter. All lives do matter. That's what's up. But we need to more so focus on, like, the whole goal, which is to get people to understand that systematic racism and like fucking what is it? Systematic racism, police brutality, and other shit. I don't know. I think I should, like, I want to experience it. Like, I don't think me personally, I am not sure if I've ever experienced, like, blatant race. Like, I've never been called a nigger to my face, but, like, all my interactions with white people have been, like, as regular people. So I necessarily don't have that outlook on, like, I see the shit and I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. But, like, my interactions with white people aren't like, yo, look at this fucking cracker and shit like that. I don't see like that. I want to see, like, I want to experience. Like, we need white people to experience. We need, like, it should be like a black empowerment park called Black Rides Matter. Yo, that'd be like a dope theme park, like a fucking black empowerment theme park. Somebody make that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put that out in the ether. Someone make that. Black Rides Matter. You can have the experience, the black experience. That could be like a ride where you go through and you, like, experience being black. Like, maybe they dress you up, put you through it, you try to get a job, you can't get it when you're more qualified than the other guy, but he's white and the person that's trying to hire you is white. And then you're like, yo, you're getting stopped for a routine traffic stop. You're like, oh, excuse me, officer. Pow, do not speak to me in my face. The officer socks you, like, what did you do that for? Stop bleeding. And he points a gun at you and you're like, what? How am I supposed to stop bleeding? You're like, stop bleeding, stop talking back to me. I'm like, what? Stop breathing, stop bleeding, stop breathing, stop bleeding. Get down on the ground, motherfucker. And you're like, as soon as you try to get on the ground, he punches you in the face, kicks you in your knees, shit like that. That'd be really dope. Because I don't know how else they're gonna, like, experience it, because that's the best way to get someone to feel to be on your side, is to be empathic. And some people just aren't like that. Some people aren't empathic, and we need to get people to be empathic. So making them experience being black, maybe we should, like, treat them like shit. That's probably what we should do. I mean, that's what y'all already are doing, but y'all are just doing it out of being hurt. Like, we should be like, yo, this is a social experiment. I'm treating you like shit because America treats me like shit, and I want you to understand how it feels to be treated like shit because all your life you've gotten a free pass because your grandparents used to own slaves. And yo, shout out to that dickhead fucking slave, the descendant of a slave going to the old slave owner's house. Like, you fucking cornball. What the fuck is wrong with you, dog? Like, you went to a fucking slave owner's house. You better be happy, like, you saying, like, yo, I'm about to burn this shit to the ground. Like, you smiling happy as shit going to old massa house. You fucking Oreo. Yo, let me not talk reckless because someone is gonna run up on me one day. And I'm not currently in the shit. What the fuck? It's getting hot in this fucking closet. I'm not in the shape that I want to be fighting people. I don't have time for that. But yeah, let's all come together as a people and make America great. You know, Trump's slogan is "Make America Great Again," but it was never great. This joint has always been ass. Let's try to be great. You know. So until then, shout out to DeRay. He got arrested and now he's free, I guess. I don't know. Shout out to you. I just thought I should say that just so people know I know about the cause and the movement and shit like that. Shout out to Kevin Durant. He's going to the Golden State Warriors, but that's not going to mean he's going to win a ring. He's going to lose. So fuck him. Fuck the Golden State Warriors. I don't know who's going to win again. Maybe the Sixers. I don't know. Y'all ain't going to win no trophy anytime soon. Y'all might have some people, but since I don't pay attention to you guys at all, you guys aren't going anywhere. But I'll try to look at it just for the sake of like having something to talk about. Like, that's all sports is a talking piece to me. But shout out to Kevin Durant. Shout out to all the people that were mad at Kevin Durant for going to the Golden State Warriors. I mean, you know, there's an emotional attachment there, but at the same time, you just got to be like, yo, you know, shit just happens. You know, we're not. I don't have shit to say about that. I don't give a fuck. I personally don't give a fuck. Kevin Durant, do what you want. Go make your money. Go get your ring. You're not gonna get a ring because fucking Steph Curry is gonna bet it, and you know he's gonna do something. Y'all are gonna get fucked, and it's gonna be sad when you guys lose again. So shout out to you. I think this is the end of the podcast. Yeah. Okay. So listen. That was terrible. Listen to this shit on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube. I think I'm on Google Play. Yeah, that's it. Follow me on Twitter, DJ Fodera, Instagram if you want. I barely post there. Shout out to fuck Instagram, man. You guys came out with like the way your timeline is set up. It sucks ass so much. Like I'm tired of people like changing features and shit. Like I don't why change a good feature if you don't need to? Like PlayStation changing the controllers. So now, like, you can't use the Apple headphones for regular headphones, so now you gotta buy headphones from them. Like, that is so fucking gay. The new Xbox controller is $129. I don't know what it does that makes it that great, but I should be able to throw that joint into a wall and it not break at all. So there's that. iPhones, you guys are changing too. Like, and this shit has been happening for a while. Like, you guys are changing just to change. Like, oh, we're doing this different. We're doing that different. Ho, 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 ho. Look at me. I'm making my iPhone different because that's what Steve did. No, Steve did things differently because Steve actually was different, okay? You know how they say everybody's unique, everybody's special, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's not unique, okay? And everyone is not special. Some people are. And some people try to act special just for the sake of doing it. But in reality, they're not. They're just as normal and boring as everyone else. And you know what? Maybe I am too. But I don't give a fuck, okay? And Steve, he wasn't normal, okay? He was a out-of-this-world guy. Now, a lot of people try to credit his shit to Wozniak. You know what I have to say to that? Fuck them. Why has the iPhone been shitty the past couple times? They dropped it? I don't know. It hasn't had the same feeling as when Steve came out with an iPhone. He always came out with something new, with something different, something edgy. And now you guys are just doing shit just for the sake of doing it. Like, why the fuck are you getting rid of the headphone jack? Who told y'all to do that shit, okay? Now, I don't know if it's true or not because it may be false because sometimes Twitter is not always right. They said the last iPhone was going to have holographic projections, and it didn't have that. They said that Gucci Mane is a clone. It turns out he's not a clone, you know? Go figure. They said El Chapo escaped for the third time this week. Did he? Maybe. But if he did, y'all shouldn't be putting this man on blast. Like, goddamn, can y'all be a little bit private? He's trying to get it. If he did escape, let him get out of jail quietly. Don't put his shit out. You know, somebody like, yo, I just heard El Chapo escaped from prison. Like, for real? Like, Officer O'Flannery and Mr. Fliggity is going to go right in your DMs and be like, yo, can you tell me specifically everything that you know about El Chapo escaping? No, my nigga, you shouldn't be tweeting that shit, okay? Because someone is going to go into your DMs and let you know sternly that they're going to come find you and you're going to be interrogated for knowing what happened to El Chapo. But I digress. Apple, I don't understand why you guys are changing your iPhone. It feels like you guys are reaching, you know? You are really reaching now because you're running out of ideas, and now you're just doing weird shit just to do weird shit, like people who aren't really weird, and you're trying to be unique about it, and you're not. It's blatant. People can see right through. I see right through it. And even though I have an iPhone, because Samsung isn't being respected, I might have to get me a Galaxy because y'all doing some shit now with the new updates. Y'all saying, yo, now people can pick and choose when and where you can't record shit. And they're like, yo, they're doing that for concerts and shit. But now, like, the police is going to take advantage of that and be like, yo, you not recording me beating the shit out of this nigga for no reason. I'm going to turn that shit off. And they're like, yo, how the fuck you going to do that? Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that with the Galaxy, but then they're going to be like, yo, we need that technology for us because, you know, the CIA was like, yo, let us hack into this iPhone of this alleged terrorist. And they said no. But the iPhone is all about freedom. So why take away my freedom to bootleg an entire concert and get it up on YouTube for the views and the money? Why would you take that fucking, what was I about to say? Why would you take that privilege away from me? The little privileges that me as a person of color gets, okay? That is disrespectful. That is so fucking annoying, okay? Don't do this to me, Apple. Do not take away the headphone jack because now I won't be able to listen to my music without charging it. And you're like, oh, we're going to introduce wireless headphones. No, the fuck y'all not, okay? And them shits is going to break and I don't want to have to charge my headphones. It's just another way for y'all to make more money off of niggas and I am tired of it. I am fed up with the bullshit. I deserve better. I have been putting up with you guys for so many years. I feel like somebody in a bad... Oh, my God. I almost forgot about this nigga. Holy shit. Fuck you, Frank Ocean, okay? He just released the new fucking... Oh, shit. I definitely forgot about that. Oh, my God. Yo, Frank. If you don't drop music this week, I'm dead serious. Like, I know I've said before, like, I'm gonna run the fade. Somebody's gonna run the fade. Someone's gonna catch you lacking. Yo, you out here doing ads for fucking Calvin Klein and shit, penning letters, talking about, yo, he got a pen letter about all this shit that's happening in the media and shit. He got a poem and a book coming out. My nigga, you just released, like, you saying, yo, I got new music coming in July. I'm not gonna forget that shit, okay? That shit better drop next week, okay, my nigga? If that shit is not out in July, I swear to God, we're not accepting this, okay? Because we just got over this shit. Now you keep coming out with these rumors like, yo, the album's almost done. The album is crazy. You got people saying, yo, the album is phenomenal. I heard that shit. It's amazing. It's insane. Yo, it sounds like Michael Jackson came back and he worked on this shit with Kanye West and Quincy Jones and everybody else that makes music and shit. You know what? You're a piece of shit. Okay, and I understand what it feels like to be a black woman. You know, always being promised better, but getting treated like shit, and then we still stick out just for the hope because you know what? I see a better nigga in you. I don't know what it is about me, what makes me so insane. Because the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result each time. You know what? I've had it. I'm fed up with this shit, Frank. I'm fed up. All right. Drop new music or shut the fuck up about it, okay? We would like for you to answer, are you doing music anymore? You know, you're featured on all these other people's stuff. You're doing music with everyone else, but you can't give us a direct answer. And now you decide to fucking troll us by saying on July this year, like you said July last year, you're dropping new music. You son of a bitch. You... Oh my God. Yo, bro, drop new music or else. Was that a threat? I don't know. It could be. Okay, so yeah, that's the podcast. Remember, Black Lives Matter. But in America, Black Lives don't matter, and that's gonna be the title of this. Black Lives don't matter because that's what y'all making it seem like when y'all say all lives matter. Because all lives matter sounds like our lives matter, and you know what our lives we're talking about? You guys, you white guys, okay? You white people, your lives matter, okay? Our lives don't. So that's what it feels like to be in America. Your life not mattering, okay? And that's how Frank Ocean is fucking treating us. Like we don't matter as his fans. Follow me on Twitter. What a hell of a way to end a really shitty podcast. Follow me on Twitter. I talked about everything and nothing at the same time. Twitter, DJ Fodera, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Culturally Inappropriate Podcast. Search it up. You'll find it. Thank you for listening. You're also getting the episode this Friday because I'm sure someone else is going to die, so don't worry. That is so fucked up. All right, peace.